Hello procrastinators and welcome to this week's video. Yes, as you can see, it's another modern railway video. I hope you like them. So basically today I'm giving you a little tour of the modern railway that I have. And you may be thinking, where is this railway? Depending on where you live. Not that far away, because it's out in my back garden in a shed. As you can probably see here, this is the shed wall, and that's the shed door. Right? You following me so far? Good. So this is Thomas the Tank Engine. Yes, I have Thomas the Tank Engines on this railway, but he wasn't my first ever engine. He wasn't the first ever Thomas, actually. So, because if we come down here, there's the Fat Controller, and I think that's Mr. Conductor. It is. And there's a man over there. Oh, we'll get to him later. But in this drawer is where my first Thomas is kept. So this is my first ever Thomas the Tank Engine, and you may be thinking it looks different to that one up there. Basically, this one is done by Hornby. Alright. He can pull a lot heavier trains. So say you wanted him to pull those 4 carriages there. This Thomas would have been able to do that if he had couplings on him. That Thomas can only just manage Annie, Clarabelle, and then one of those Great Westerns. You may have heard it's raining now, but that's alright, we've got a roof over our head. But yes, this is my first ever Thomas. Now he broke down and had to go to a shop to be mended. Yes, he had to be mended, that one. But he's my first memorabilia. And you may think, well, this one looks exactly the same except for the couplings on him. That's because he is. Yes, he's the exact same blooming kind of Thomas. Just with coupling rods on him, and you may think, what's that dust on him? Basically, I had ballast and I didn't use it for the track, so I just put dust on him to make him look like he was working in a quarry. And I actually think it looks rather good, but that's just my way of thinking. You may think otherwise, but I've just trying to make it look a bit more realistic for like working in a quarry and stuff. But in this drawer, if I move these points, we have a Gordon as well. We have a Hornby Gordon. A truck that's gone onto its side somehow. Sorry about this, guys. I know you can't see anything. I know you can't see much, but yes, there is a Gordon in there. And some Wednesday cheese and a salt van. One set of Annie and Clarabelle, another set of Annie, well, another Clarabelle. Where's the other Annie gone then? Oh, over here. There's my other Annie, so I've got 2 sets of Annie and Clarabelle in here. A Tony Bulstrode. Yep, Tony Bulstrode with a Santa that only comes out in winter time. Or for Christmas time even. We've got a set of buffers down here. A car that is too big to go out there. That makes a lot of noise when you put them down. Sorry about that, guys. As I said, yes, this is a truck that has cars on it because it's a car carrier for the railway. That one. Trying to say stuff and I can't. This is old slow coach. That's probably why the truck's fallen over. Yes, this is old slow coach. He's a brake coach. No, and a soda. This is just a little pocket rocket, which we call them in the model railway places. We call these pocket rockets. 1203. Because it came with those blue coaches. There are 3 of them. There's 2 there and 1 there. And yes, I'll get onto this later. There is a flatbed back here. that is the flatbed. It's got two different couplings on it. One is a NEM coupling, well, them small type of couplings which we had to put on it, and that is just the normal coupling that was on it. Right, good. And then the last thing in this drawer, other than boxes, is a Percy, and he's the first Percy that I got. But he's stopped starting at the moment, he needs to be fixed. Put the points back in. Yes, these are express points, by the way. Express points right hand. They're right hand express points because you can get left hand and right hands. I'll try and explain it quickly now. These points are the same as these points. So these are left hand points, and this is a right hand point. So if you had your point going there, or like that even, the train would come in this way, and if you wanted to go into this track here, you need to have that point going into that track. If not, it would come down here and go onto this line here, which I don't use at the moment because it's just become a siding. That blue thing there is a remote control, but made by Hornby. Now you may be thinking, oh, I don't know Hornby did these. When did they do this kind of remote control? That takes, I can get it off with one hand. Sorry about this, guys, I'll show you cranky for a bit. Yes, it's got Thomas working. I'll try and lean you there. Good. This remote control takes a fucking 9-volt battery. Yes, this video is still not made for children, even though it's got Thomas the Tank Engines in, or Thomas the Tank Engine characters in. Yes, this remote control controls that Thomas up there with, well, I'm just showing you a load of trees at the moment, but there's a blue receiver in there. There's hence the aerial. Oh, hey, duck. Yeah, there's a blue receiver in there, which is supposed to be like a house. We've covered it with trees, so it's not obvious that it's there, apart from the aerial. This shelf is the newest addition to the railway. Scotsman's now not the newest engine to the railway, even though she's a beautiful engine with these beautiful teak carriages that I've got for her. And these came in a set with, I found it, with that one there, this L&R train here, which is nicknamed Kingfisher 4483. It's an A4 Pacific. And we have diesel iron Burt or Iron Harry, a Cadbury's Bourneville truck on the shelf with Thomas's snow ploughing, which he hates wearing, but he has to wear it, especially when winter comes to this railway. And we have Kingfisher on that shelf. Then we move to the Toy Story train, which does not work at the moment because we need to get the central gear working on it. Basically, the central gear wheel has gone and it will not work anymore. It will work if you give it a push, but it just doesn't want to work. Then we have Backman Grumpy Diesel. I think that's just normal Backman Diesel. Look at that face. He does not like working with the steam engines on this railway, but he has to put up with it. Then we have another Thomas that looks exactly the same as that one, you may think. And you would be right in saying, but that one has not got sound, this one has, because it's the one with analog sound. That one isn't. I'll say that again, for anyone that's still confused. That one has got analog sound, That one hasn't. Basically, analog sound is speed controlled, varying with your controller. These ones work the best with it. This and these do not work the best with it. Yes, there's a farm there with a crane near it, but yeah. There's roadworks there. So made it look like they're doing some. Well, I've tried to make it look like they're doing some plumbing. I don't know what that bit of polystyrene is doing at the windmill, but there's a bit of a windmill there. A house and a signal box. That's probably where the man lives with the signal box. Well, it works in the signal box. He lives in that house. Coca-Cola van there. Well, yeah, Coca-Cola van selling some Coca-Cola. La 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 Coca-Cola. No, can't say anything else to get copyrighted. We have another signal box there and another house. And a load of old ballast. We have a post box on the side of that house and 2 cars there. We have the Hogwarts Express carriages on this side, and we have Emily on the hill track with the Anglian's coaches. Where is the Anglian? Ah, over here. So the Anglian 61525. She's a beautiful engine. If I take her tender, she'll get it back. You may be able to see it. There's a bit of sandpaper there, where my finger is. And there's a sin within the axle. I'm sorry about the dustbin within the axles, it will get cleaned. But this bit in between the axle makes it sound like it's chuffing along the line. So if I do this, I'm actually pleased that Hornby did that. There's the other seat coach for the Flying Scotsman, and there's Toby the tram with Henrietta. D261 behind these Great Western coaches. We have an ice cream truck behind them. Another thing behind this coach, what is it? Ah, it's a British Rail coach. And a track cleaning coach there, which we don't need anymore. Because we have a better one that's over here. But yes, there's Edward, Hornby Edward, because I've not gone on to Backman Edward yet. There's a Pullman coach there. Hornby Hogwarts Express. That is the first one that they did. They've now done a second one. So yeah. Old good shed there. We may put a set of points here or something so we can back engines in there with trucks or something. Church there. Lights do not work in it. Wiring underneath needs sorting. Buildings there, they have lights in, but of course they're not working either because the wiring has gone, like I said. I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, that shelf was one of the first we put in after that one. But this shelf here, yep, you can see Smoke Joe up there, Hammersmith and City from Underground Only, Brooklyn, Bakerloo, Spencer, well, Spencer's from Thomas. These 3 are from Underground Ernie. They don't get run much, so they just sit on the shelf. Backman Spencer, he was the first Backman Thomas and Friends engine that I got. Hornby Lionworks Collieries engine, numbered 1. He's an 040 again. Or little pocket rocket as you want to call him. Well, whichever you want to call him, it's fine. Hornby James, because I have not gone on to the Backman James yet. Because it's so overpriced and I usually spend my money straight away. Story for another day. But yeah, get on with it, me. Track cleaning coach there. A J94, I want to say. This is a J94. Actually, no, it is. It is a J94. Because I had these on Train Simulator 2021. And that is a bloody great game. It has made me realise they're J94s. Because going to be doing a Murray Walker funeral train, and you hear my thoughts about Murray Walker on Sunday's video, because Sunday's video is going to be an F1 themed video. We have another Percy there, another Hornby Percy. A live, what used to be a live steam engine. They're just black. He used to put some solution down his funnel, or down its funnel. Yeah, you can see the funnel's melted. But he used to put solution down there and it would steam up, like an actual steam engine. A Coca-Cola 040 or Pocket Rocket. A Middleton 2011 Winter truck with 2 dates on them. 16th of the 11th 2010, which I'm guessing is the date they got engaged, and then actually no, it would be the date they got engaged. The 29th of the 4th 2011 on the other end. But yes, this is a truck to commemorate, well, to celebrate the royal wedding that happened in 2011. Which I'm not going to say which prince it was, because I always get it wrong, when it was Kate Middleton as well, that married into the royal family. We have a Sodor mail truck, that's Hornby's version. Backman's versions are somewhere. I've found them, so I'll show you them in a moment. This is another Hornby mail coach, not Thomas and Friends themed. Celebration Thomas, which is now a rare item from Backman. You cannot get them through Tootley Thomas anymore, because Backman has stopped making these ones. But it's a bloody good model. He was the first Backman Thomas that I got. I don't know why, but I just wanted the one with the bunting. Maybe I could see into the future and these were going out of stock. Anyway, Lbsc Thomas, numbered 70. You may think, why is he numbered 70 and painted green and have Lbsc on his side? Well, this was when Thomas first came to Sodor. Now, you may think, hang on, he came to Sodor in his blue livery with his number 1. Wrong. In 2015, Mattel made up a sort of film / extended episode called The Adventure Begins, which goes back to the beginning of the Sodor Railway, the North Western Railway, and it tells you how the engine. Well, it doesn't tell you how Gordon, Henry, James, or Edward come to Sodor, but it shows you Thomas. It's his first day. Oh, James was there before Thomas. Maybe he should be the number 1. Actually, no, he's too much of a cocky engine at times. But yeah, that is Thomas's first livery. The 70 on his bunker is to do with his 70th anniversary. That's what the special was made for, his 70th anniversary. 2 Christmas trucks, which came with that Thomas in Thomas's Christmas delivery train set by Backman. A Hornby Toad, which does not have a face on, and stupid name couplings. A Crippin's Early Cold Wigan truck with a Christmas hat in, which I've just put in there because it came with these trucks, that Thomas, and the snowplow from earlier in that set. Hornby Bill and Ben, they still work fine. They stop-start, but I will one day be going into the Backman Bill and Ben. Well, we'll begin the Backman Bill and Ben one day for this railway. Hornby Duck, he does not work anymore. The central gear wheel has gone in him as well. And if you tell me to go and get him fixed, we've tried to get him fixed in in a shop, who would keep it and go and get the parts in that they would need, but they tried to get the part all they could, but they just couldn't get it because Hornby don't make that part anymore. Because Hornby don't make these engines anymore. So these Hornby ones are rare. So Hornby Duck, he just sits there now. Hornby Oliver, who is starting to stop-start as well. And Hornby Smoky Joe. Now, you may be thinking, who's putting this this train with a derailed truck on the tracks, on track 3 of your railway. I've just noticed that there. Must have been when the roofing got put on. Yes, it must have been. Yes, because I've had the roof refelted. Who's putting this freight train chamber? You may be wondering. I'll show you who if he wants to come out of the shed. It is Henry. Henry is pulling that freight train. Yeah, there's the Backman mail trucks. So yeah, Henry's pulling that freight train. And you go. You may be thinking, who's pulling the coaches next to the freight train? Backman Gordon is pulling the freight train. Coaches. I say I'm not pulling freight trains. I'm an express engine. Pah! Oh, shut up, Gordon, and go and sit in your shed. Always having trouble with him, especially his tender. But yes, someone on this shelf up here has just caught my eye. So I'll only get the back coach down, well, off the shelf. I'll just... Excuse me a moment, guys. Please tell me I haven't just broken that. Or was it meant to do that? No, I haven't broken it, guys. It turns out it was meant to do that. Don't know why. Because people like me think they've broken it. But yes, I'll talk about that and what you were leaned up against in a moment. But yes, this is the London 2012 purple train. There are two sorts of trains. We only got the purple one because we didn't know about the white one, which is one extra car, well, one extra coach even, and it has two-way lighting. This one has one-way lighting, so if it's going one way, it'll light up with white lights, which I can hopefully show you with this end. There we are. But if it's the other way, oh, okay, it will end up showing them. Yep. Yeah, I think they fade out just if it's not going the way it wants to be. If it's going that way, it will show white lights fully. But yeah, that is the London 2012 train. It's based on I don't know what it's based on, but it's based on a bloody good engine. I'll talk about these engines for now. Flying Scotsman 4472 NNER. She's the pride and joy of this railway now. Well, she was until the new engine came along. And that will be until the other new engine comes along in December, which I'll do a review on when it gets here. D7101. That's not his face side. There's Bear for you. Hey, there's the diesel called Bear. Backman Duck. I had to get that just to replace Hornby's duck that doesn't work at the moment. Well, anymore. Merry Christmas 2019 and Merry Christmas 2020 trucks, which came out in July. There's another one coming out in July for this year's. But yes, the pride and joy after flying Scotsman, I've just decided now. I know I just said this was my pride and joy, but now Scotsman's my pride and joy. Because she is a beautiful steamy. I like steamies better than diesels. Yeah, this is the Eurostar Beatles edition. I saw Sam's Trains doing a review on this, and I thought, well, I may look into getting that. And I did get it, as you can see. I only got the 4 coaches because the other 2 are out of stock. And they're still out of stock. At the price they are, I don't blame them to be out of stock. But yes, one side is all that. And the other side is totally different. Yes, I will do a proper review on this at a later date. But procrastinators, would you like to see some trains running? Of course you would. It'll only be the top 2. As if I get all trains running here, it'll be very noisy for your ears. We have a disruption on the rails. We'll try that again, Eurostar. Yes, she does not have any lights on her. They were thinking, well, that is just fine for the other side. That side doesn't either. Come on, Eurostar, take it away. Now then, I'm going to have to talk like this for a little bit while Eurostar and Thomas go round. Because it can get loud in here. Yes, there goes Eurostar. And there comes Thomas the Tank in one of his trucks. Thank you, Eurostar. We'll follow Thomas around for a bit. Oh yeah, that house there is a model house, obviously, but we'll put a little green bus on top of it and some some multi-coloured LEDs inside. I've just got them on red to make it look like a haunted house. That's why the TARDIS is there. And the ghost. I got the TARDIS for my birthday one day. Well, 1 year even. Yes, this is the other side from there. Just see the Eurostar going around. There she goes again. Behind the shelves and comes out the other side. But that is it for today, procrastinators. As we see, Thomas come back out from around there. The Eurostar and Thomas will be parked up just now. And from me, Thomas, and the... Oh yeah, I didn't tell you about the airport, so it's not it for yet, procrastinators. It's not it yet. This is an airport, as you may be able to see. It is painted onto the board we have, so that's been painted on. So we have a road that comes here to a roundabout, then this road if you want to miss the airport, car park. This was going to be the car park, but now it's the terminal section, I'll call it, for the passengers to go straight to the plane. So if you get off a bus like, say, this one, I'll get you, Butler. Yes, Blake is on that bus with Butler and Jack. But yes, if you get off a bus like this, you'll go straight to your aeroplane, and then the aeroplane will take off. Except for if it's an aeroplane like one of these. Dusty, because these are planes that I've just put here. Well, that was nice from Skipper. And this is an air traffic control tower made from Airfix. This is a Typhoon made from Airfix. Dakota, which was supposed to be Pegasus, from RF Conisbing, made out of Airfix. That is a Spitfire. Supreme Spitfire made from Airfix. A Lancaster Bomber made from Airfix. You may be able to tell where it was from. Because that's right, this is Mickey the Moocher. With the M on the back to represent Mickey the Moocher. But yes, Mickey the Moocher on the side of the Lancaster. If you know where that was painted, Put it in the comments below and you'll get a cookie. No, you won't. Because I don't have that many to go around. But yes, this was painted RAF Coningsby. Well, not painted at RAF Coningsby, but Mickey the Moocher was based at RAF Coningsby. We have a Hawk Hurricane made from Airfix again. That was made from Airfix as well, by the way. And we have a Red Arrow made from Airfix. That one made from Airfix. I can't remember what it is. A Corgi Vulcan Bomber. XH558, who is now grounded so they can get her flying again. Another Lancaster, but this time with a bouncing bomb underneath. And another Red Arrow, but I can't remember what it was made from. But yes. Actually no, that might be the Airfix Red Arrow, but I don't think it was. I think that one's Revel. This was Airfix, I think. I think, but I'm not too sure. Oh, that's it. Whichever one has a pilot in and that doesn't. Does that one have the pilots in? Yep, that one has the pilots in. So that one's the FX one. This is the Revel one, which wants to turn round. There we are. Stickers are trying to come off, I think. But yes, that was the Model Railway Tour video, procrastinators. Sorry it's a bit long, but it takes me a while to explain these things. So from Thomas the Tank Engine and me, see you later, procrastinators.